Suddenly, she summoned some of her empowered drowned soldiers. I used my trident and arrows to pick them off one by one while her and her army all attacked me as a group. I managed to take them out and focus on Cornelia once again. With one final hit, I managed to take Cornelia down for the second time.
You have defeated me for now, but I will return!
She vanished once again, falling through my fingers. Unfortunately for her, this time she dropped the final piece of the treasure map in her wake. That's all four! I did it! After the fierce battle, I took out my pickaxe and freed Caldwell from his prison. He thanked me and we headed back home. On days 87 through 89, I returned to the base with Caldwell beside me. Since his village had been destroyed, I built him a room to call his own.
Thank you, Max. What are you gonna do next?
Well, I have the completed map now. I think it's time I find the lost city of Atlantis. But first, I have a few things to do here. I knew the journey to the lost city would be treacherous, so I started my preparations by going mining. Deep inside, I discovered even more diamond. I used my new loot to craft new armor as well as any additional food I'd need for the journey. With the necessary preppings complete, I figured it was time to wrap up any loose ends I had at the base. I finished up my glass dome, officially completing my underwater coral garden. It's beautiful! Afterwards, I completed the second half of my cylinder structure, giving it a roof, windows, and separate rooms for all of my new residents. This looks oddly familiar. Finally, I added a few additional structures around the main base, so that there were plenty of other buildings for any sea creatures to move into while I was away. At last, my underwater base was finally brought to completion. I like it, it's cozy. As I was about to swim off, Caden waddled up to me.
Thank you again for everything. I always think back to when we first met. I was almost shark food. Now I have friends and a wonderful home.
I would do it again any day. Soon, I'll be back to share my riches with everyone. We said our goodbyes, and I departed for the city of Atlantis. On days 90 through 92, I followed the ancient map towards the lost city. The trip was long and treacherous, so I was happy I had prepared accordingly. I passed through multiple different parts of the ocean and saw all kinds of different sea creatures in my travels. Surely I'm getting close, right? Suddenly, a little clownfish swam into me. Whoa, what are you doing out here alone? Aren't you supposed to be orange and white? Never mind. Just then, a hammerhead shark appeared before us. He was larger than any other shark I had faced until now.
Oh, that's my lunch, mate. Wait a minute. You're the squid that's been killing all my brothers. You're dead, mate.
The shark charged at me with his massive, deadly jaws. I immediately retaliated with my trident, but this beast had far surpassed the combined strength of every other shark I had fought. After a lot of back and forth, I landed the killing blow. Nice! Nemo thanked me for saving him and then went on his way. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. On days 93 through 95, I finally arrived at the Lost City. Wow, this place is gorgeous. My awe was interrupted by the presence of a giant kraken guarding the gates. Oh great, another obstacle. The horrible beast